Hello, welcome back to another tutorial. I hope you all liked the last one, the flashbang. Sorry, it's been a couple months. Been going through a couple things and generally just didn't have many ideas. So I encourage anybody to throw an idea out there at me and I'll try to make it work for you. This one in particular though, this one's pretty cool. We're going to make a randomizer that will redeem a random reward basically just out of this grab bag, and you could use this for channel points or bits. It don't matter on Twitch. As before, we're going to use touch portal, and hopefully you guys like this one. So as before, we're not going to baby you through everything. You should already know how to install an application, especially Touch Portal, and whatever else you may be using, like OBS and what have you. So this is basically the overview. So if you don't feel like watching the rest of the video, that's fine. If you're already pretty much intermediate to advanced, then you could pretty much take whatever you see on the screen and apply it to what you need to use. And yeah, let's get started. So rather than take 5 hours to get to the point like some other videos, we are going to jump right into it. This is the cheat sheet for you. So if you already know pretty much what you're doing, then go ahead and just jump in. So first things first, we have a warning here. Version 2.2, which is what we have, is currently has some bugs. I don't know if I'm the first to find them or I'm just the strange guy to do this shit. So we have sometimes that the rewards do not trigger, which happens seldomly, thank goodness. So, and there's also a audio bug. So if you have a audio clip that's on a delay, the delay seems to push it to the very end of the event. So yeah, I might want to remove audio delays. Of course, you can do some of this, or maybe all of it, with just using a wheel. I don't like wheels because they take up screen space and they're fucking annoying to some people. So this randomizing event is silent and pretty effective. And especially if you have jump scares in there, you won't know it's coming. Now, first things first, I like to plan this out because it's easy to mess up. I need to know how many custom states I need and how many different variables I need within each state. So as you can see up here in this testing, which I use to test the actual functionality, we have MSC audio, My Summer Car audio. So any of these could be triggered in that event. And I have 1 through 10. So I know I'm going to need a number range between 1 and 10 to trigger that, which you can actually see right here, right here. I got multiples just to kind of fluff the event to actually happen. So, and of course with that, we have to create the states. So you'll create them over here in this global options set. And keep in mind when you're naming, ID cannot have any spaces. Name can contain spaces. Do not make the ID and name the same. It simply won't work. So, and the default value can be empty. You can name it 0, whatever number. You just don't want to make the default value pretty much the same number that it is starting off, at least in my experience. I mean, it may work for you, who knows? So the idea is we're going to have a primary event, which ends up triggering secondary events. And we have to have these in our custom state. So I got my primary event as reward, random reward, and then all our secondaries are random lesser audio, lesser visuals, blah, 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 whatever you want to name them. And as you can see, primary event here, secondaries, another secondary, and they're all generated in this primary button. And then we have secondary buttons. I split them out into separate buttons to keep things organized, because if you put them in the same button as like a regular action, you're going to get lost and you're not going to know which numbers you assign to what. So it's best just to keep things organized. It's simple. It's not too much hard work. You always copy and paste from a functioning button to a secondary one. So I think that pretty much covers everything here as far as the quickie. Obviously we have testing at the end, but that's at the end. So let's jump into the actual long dreaded portion of this. And welcome to my mess of a board. As you can see, things are just all over the place. A lot of it's for testing, but luckily we've created a new one called Tutorial Random here. So first things first, we need to create some custom states, and this is where the planning comes in. You need to make sure that you have one primary and then however many secondaries you want to use. So for a primary, we're gonna type to random. Remember, we cannot have spaces in there. Underscores work, and you cannot make the name the same as the ID. Things will go bad. And don't do it with any other buttons. Don't make another button the same as, or another state the same as this. Tutorial random. You can have spaces in the name. Default can say nothing. Now we will create the secondaries. So let's make one for sounds. Type correctly. Sounds. We will make one for why not the flashbang. Tutorial, clack, clack, clack. Sorry if the keyboard's loud. And let's do a special one. Tutorial special. Now, obviously, the tutorial flashbang will throw a flashbang. Sounds will play random sounds. And then special can be for playing an ad or timing someone out. You know, you can't have all reward. You got to have some risk in there. So now we got these four. We're only going to do, 3 secondaries for now. You could expand at your liking. It's not too hard once you're organized. So we will do, let's see, tutorial and then random. We could P that for primary. Doesn't really matter. Just a little naming convention for you. So first thing we want to start off with, we want to randomize a custom state. So this is going to generate the numbers that will enact our secondaries. So random state for tutorial random, we have 3 secondaries. So we're going to do this 1, 2, 3. Okay. And of course you'll see this thing because I forgot to put an actual event in there. This is your choosing here. You can put on receiving bits, on chat message event, which I think that might be how you could tie like a wheel into it, or channel points redemption. Let's do that. Drag that up there. And let's just tutorial gamble. Name it whatever you like. It's just got to match your channel points. So I don't think this is necessary, but I do like to put a weight in there wherever the logic is. Wait for timer. Seconds. 2 seconds. Also, since this is over Twitch, it's nice to have some kind of audible or visual. Why did I do that? Anyways, we could send a chat message. So we have, I'll put it at the top here. So we have all these different options. Last channel points redeemer. That'll be the username of the last person that redeemed. And then we just say rolling rewards. Cool. Now it's going to display this chat message, and then it'll do this randomize thing. Next, we need to add our secondaries. So it's pretty much the same thing, just without the event. We're going to, if I can find it. Oh my God. It's a little finicky. Okay. When custom state changes. Okay. So we need tutorial random in there. When it changes to a 1, we are going to forget where we are. I need another random. There we go. Okay, well, that was necessary anyways. I mean, we could always just keep adding these. We know we're going to have 3. So 3. Okay, we need another randomize event. Add 3 in there. So for this one, instead of tutorial random, we're going to randomize the state of our 3 secondaries. So sounds, flashbang, and special. And make sure all these are filled in. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now for here is how many options you're going to have in sounds. So we could make, I don't know, keep it simple. We'll have 2 sounds. And then we could have a flashbang and like a null, something, you know, you didn't win crap. And then for special, so we got play ad, we have a timeout. So we could do 1 to 4. Because we could do a 30-second ad, 60-second ad. We could do a 10-second timeout, 30-second timeout, all that stuff. And I also like to, and I'm kind of, you know, changing something on the fly here. I'm going to change this to 4 because I want an extra one in here. When custom state changes to 4. We are not going to have a randomized state this time. We are going to have a chat message with this. Wins nothing. Congrats. Okay. So we have 2 sounds and 2 things in flashbang, and obviously save this. So we have that primary. Let's create a new button wherever it'll allow me. Guess it doesn't want to do it right next to it. Fine. And let's do this. Tutorial sounds secondary. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a when custom state changes. So now for this one, sounds, when sounds changes to 1, we can have it play something, an audio file. Play audio. Let's do a death sound here. Let's lower the volume because these things tend to be loud. It's that easy. If you want to create, well, we're going to create, we have 2 in the sound, so we're going to create another one. So when custom state changes for tutorial sounds to 2, we will play another audio. Something like lightning strike. Cool. And you know, you could add as many as you want. You know, make sure that you're, you know, incrementing these. And same with the randomizer in the primary button. Make sure that if you add 9 of these, make sure there's a 1 through 9 in the actual randomizer. So that's that for the sounds. Now we could add our famous flashbang. For secondary. When custom state changes for the dreaded flashbang to 1, and I'm going to copy and paste it all over because I'm not going to create the damn thing. It's in another tutorial. So I'm also, since I added 2, I'm going to put a null in here. That was not the one I wanted. There we go. Flashbang changes to 2. Let's do a chat command here. Send chat message. Almost won a flashbang. Okay. And that part's done. Easy. I mean, the sky's the limit with some of these things. I have to go to my main here to get the flashbang script. Where is it? Okay. All of this. You may notice something a little different that I added since the initial flashbang tutorial. And that is that I added these show webcam sources just in case my webcam is off. If someone redeems it, the webcam will turn on and then they get to see you know, what happens, and then it turns off again. Just a nice little mess around here. So we go back to flashbang on event, paste this in there. Yeah, it looks like crap, but we just drag that up. Okay, now on the warnings, you can't have this audio because for some reason it'll play this audio at the very end, no matter, you know, what's going on here. So for those purposes, we are going to delete these 2 waits, or the wait and the audio. And now it should work like intended. One more secondary. Let's see, this one's for special. And like I said, specials, we're just going to, what do we got? 4 of these. We're going to add some random fails on here, like timeouts and play ads. When custom state changes, we know we have 4. So 3, 4, and special. Too damn easy. Okay, so now we go to our handy dandy Twitch things. Okay, well, we got 5 now. Didn't want 5. I hope this is just a bug that they're gonna fix in the future. Okay, so we need to, where's stuff like play an ad. Then you can set your duration. 30 seconds is fine. Okay, let's do another one. Play an ad. 60 seconds. And now we have 2 timeouts that we could throw in there. Well, we could throw a whole bunch. I mean, you could do whatever you want. You could switch to slow chat, whatever, you know, whatever ideas you come up with. But to time someone out, we need chat messages. We actually need a couple more because I like to advertise what someone won at the top. So this is an advertisement. So has won a 30-second ad for everyone. Yay. And we could do the same thing here. Has a 60-second ad for everyone. Remember him, her. There we go. And oh, we want to time someone out. So actually, we should add another chat message to announce the timeout, and that you won the timeout, and then time the person out. Has won a 10-second time out. Ouch. And then we will type /time out. Last channel points redeemer. 10. Not bad. Okay, we basically do the same thing here. Last channel points redeemer has won a 30-second time out. Congrats. And we will fulfill the destiny here. Timeout. 30. Good enough. Save. So now everything should connect to each other from this initial primary. And like I said, if you want to add more in your secondaries, just increase the numbers here. And if you want to add more secondaries itself, then increase the numbers here. I mean, you could duplicate some of these. You could add another one of these, when nothing, blah, blah, blah. So now for the important part, we need to test this. So save, and I'll be right back. Apologies between the internet going out and a couple random bugs that I found in Touch Portal. We have to change a little bit of stuff. Now, initially I created a new page with these 4, the primaries and the 3 secondaries. As you can see, I even renamed them to try to figure out some stuff. But apparently you can't execute the events and actions on a secondary page. Don't know why. Maybe it's due to Java. Maybe it's due to Touch Portal needing some bugs fixed. I don't know. But in order to make this work, we need to create these on the main page. Luckily, we don't have to create them all again. We can just copy button and place them here. So I'm going to do this for these. Let's get the flashbang over there. Oops. Don't you love when a plan comes together? Of course, as you can see from my main page, I never use other pages, so I really did not anticipate this. So we can actually just get rid of this randomizer page because it's just not going to do us any good. It's just pointless. Okay. That is done. Now we need to, well, let's make sure that we have everything in here still. Cool. Tutorial gamble. We need to create the button. So I am going to create the button. We need to test this thing. Tutorial gamble. It doesn't really matter what you set it to, but I make it the lowest possible. That way it's first on the list so I can test. Yeah, you could set cooldowns, all that shit, you know. Waiting for Twitch to figure out what it wants to do. It's not that complicated. There we go. We should have it at the top. Nice. Okay. Now we just need to actually test. So let's go back here. Let's go to, as you can see, I've been testing a whole bunch of crap here. We are going to do this one. My face is in the way. Let's get that over here. Cool. Yep. So it's down here. Do this. Okay. What's it gonna roll? Anything. It rolled the flashbang. Okay, motherfucker. Cool. And do another one. Wins nothing. Congrats. Another. Please don't flash me again. Want a 30-second timeout. I cannot time myself out, especially since I'm the owner of the channel. But I did see something that we should probably fix. Like for the flashbang. We go back in there. I mean, this is just additional commentary. When custom 2. Okay, there's that. But yeah, to make this a little more prevalent, you could always add a chat message here. Just those little things. Wins a stealth. Seath? What the hell is that? Flashbang. Jerk. So go back, test some more. Okay. I'm waiting for some audio. That's what I want to hear. I think it's okay. That one seems to not work. Like I said, it's between Java and Touch Portal. There's some bugs that sometimes it just doesn't work. And it could be the internet connection too. I don't know. But I would normally be checking everything off on the list. Looks like someone won an ad. I won an ad to myself even though I'm not live. Another flashbang. When's it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Okay. So we broke something else. Nice. What is that? Oh. Yeah. You get a little error sometimes. So. Now I've noticed that sometimes you just have to exit Touch Portal and bring it up. Sometimes you have to do a whole restart of the computer. Not the best way to do things, but I think it's it works when it wants to. More testing. Okay, it's not going to do anything. And I've seen the logs too, the chat logs for the well, not the chat logs, but the Touch Portal logs that it gets hung up on some events. Win nothing, congrats. Why isn't it winning any sounds? That's what I'd like to know. Okay, flashbang. And that worked that time. Lovely. Okay, let's check the sounds, make sure that they are doing okay. Tutorial sounds changes to 1. It'll play this. And all of that. So let's double check in here. Random sounds. I did add these waitings. I think these are, well, yeah, We don't need these. So we know the timeouts and the ads work. Definitely the flashbang twice. But we do not know if the sounds are going to work. It's very finicky. We know the sound works. Okay. That was interesting. So even in here, I mean, this is definitely a good troubleshooting option anyways, just to have the message so that we know that something got redeemed. Redeemer wins lightning strike. Wins death. Okay, let's go do this again. Anything? No. Doesn't look like it wants to do anything. Now it really doesn't want to do anything. Yeah, this is probably a combination of Twitch being garbage and just bugs in Java and Touch Portal. I know their server's been pretty wonky. So uh, 10-second timeout. I'm waiting for an audio. Almost won a flashbang. So we know that one works. We know that the not winning in the flashbang category is a thing. More nothing. And this would be a little easier if there was more options in there. All right. One more sound. If anybody's still watching this, sorry. But we get the, the idea of what's going on. And then they're almost flashbang. See, when everything's going smooth, this is very... Okay, there it is. That's all we need to test. We have everything working. When it wants to. Like I said, these are, again, just to reiterate, these are bugs, but you could always refund. If you have capable mods, they could do the refund of points. Hopefully this all made sense. If it doesn't, you go leave a comment and I'd like to walk you through some stuff. Find me on Discord, message me. There's a couple people that track me down and ask me some questions. I don't mind. I'm willing with everybody else.